Greetings, and welcome to A Year of Movies, a Planet Geek production. For this project, we are using the Ivan Walters reference book of 365 films to watch on the day they happened. Each day, we watch a movie associated with the date we are watching it on. And as it is the 29th of April, we are going to be watching 127 Hours from 2010, directed by Danny Boyle and starring James Franco. So to begin with, I was vaguely aware of the actual events happening at the time that they did. It was a bit of a news article that went around about the occurrence that happened to this lone hiker, his predicament, and what had happened to him. And a number of years later, when this movie went into production, the names of having both Danny Boyle and James Franco attached to it definitely brought it to the forefront as well. I had definitely not seen this movie until this particular moment. To tell you the truth, I really don't know why I hadn't seen this movie, because this is the type of movie that I probably would have really enjoyed seeing, especially on the big screen. That being said, like I'd already mentioned, the movie does star James Franco, as well as Kate Mara, Amber Tamblyn, Clemens Posey, Lizzie Kaplan, Kate Burton, and Treat Williams. So this movie deals with Aaron Ralston, played by James Franco, as he goes on a solo hiking trip into the national park of Utah's Canyonlands. He then meets two girls, Christy and Megan, who are played by Kate Mara and Amber Tamblyn. Once they pass ways, we're dealing with Aaron all by himself. During his attempts to solo hike, he makes his way into the Blue John Canyon, where he ends up slipping and rocks fall and basically crush his arm, trapping him. That's basically the main part of this movie. We're dealing with just basically James Franco with his arm pinned and the results of his injury and how it affects him. We have him having several hallucinations about the first, the girls that he just met and his family and whatnot. Even like his former girlfriend, he has hallucinations about. But for the most part, we are dealing with James Franco stuck in a crevasse, his arm pinned. If you know how the story turns out, you know what actually goes through. And to see it visually on screen, it's so wonderfully handled. Danny Boyle does a fantastic job of shooting this movie, where we're dealing with camera work in a very tight space and all that. We have a lot of close-ups of the injury and James Franco just talking to himself and trying to figure out how to get himself out of the situation. We see the huge amount of pain on his face constantly throughout this, his hopelessness, and as he decides to finally get past a certain point in getting himself freed. And it's on April 29th of 2003, about 56 minutes into this 1 hour and 33 minute movie, where we experience him spending just another full day trapped by himself. And when it came to the Academy Awards for that particular year, it actually got quite a few nominations, including Best Picture, Best Actor for James Franco, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Film Editing, Best Original Score, and Best Original Song. And on that note, we're going to wrap up this particular episode and look off into tomorrow to see what movie we're going to be watching for tomorrow, which is going to be the 30th of April, and that is going to be Great Expectations from 1946. So until next time, go see a movie.